Grand Rising Heathens. Grand Rising on this Good Friday. Y'all know where we at, right? It's good morning. We're starting the video off at, right? That's where we at, y'all. We down here at Mavis, y'all. I'm bullshitting, y'all. We ain't at Mavis. We down on 3rd and Wilson in Mavis. 3rd and Wilson in Mavis. They got the racks up. We down on 3rd and Wilson in Mavis. Old Metro right there, that building right there, the orange building, the Metro. Shout out to Froster. Rest in peace. Ashe. Let's go. What I want to talk about this morning, ladies and gentlemen, when I got back from doing that video yesterday, I was chilling, relaxed. You understand me? Regroup, right? And I'm chilling. Let me give y'all the back play on it. So you know, I was raised respectfully, right? Very respectfully. And I got a neighbor, right? That's constantly an elderly lady. I would do what I can do for him when I can do it. You understand me? Like far as shoveling every now and then, pulling trash cans back, pulling them out, pulling them back, looking out for the elderly people, especially your neighbors. You're supposed to, right? So everything. You really don't know a person until you, as they would say, move with them, but you really don't know your neighbors until you move in. So everything. I'm doing what men supposed to do for their elderly neighbors who's single. You understand me? And yeah, so like I said, I'm doing everything a man's supposed to do at that point. Respectfully. Understand me? Respectfully. So it all started, I think I had cleaned up the neighborhood and put some trash in our trash can. Oh, why I do that, y'all? Shit. Why I do that? That's when that shit started. Oh, don't be putting nothing in my trash. I'm like, the fuck? Like, every little thing nagging and shit. I pull up. She don't got no car. Her peoples have a car. And in the neighborhoods, in any neighborhood, you respect people parking. Some people put cones and shit out to reserve their parking, which the street is public. You understand me? It's public. So, you know, it's a respect thing in the neighborhoods. When you put your cone out and you want your parking when you get off from work or come back from doing your errands and shit. So I would pull up, shit, hit me with, why you backed up too far? Why you backed up too? I'm like, now you trying to control my driving. You understand me? I'm trying to control my driving at that point. You know what I mean? She trying to control my driving. And she don't even got a vehicle, y'all. So I'm brushing this shit off on my shoulder, y'all. I'm brushing that shit off. You know what I mean? Because now they showing me who they are. When a person show you who they are, believe them. Ladies and gentlemen. When a person show you who they are, believe them. So I'm manning up because, like I said, I was raised respecting our elders. I ain't fighting fire with fire. Nah. So my daughter graduated and got a little certificate from Delaware Community College, right? In medical. So my daughter was like, we gonna throw a little something. Family and friends, nah man, cool. You can use my yard. Set it up, got the tents. Set it up nice out there. You understand me? So the neighbors, the company that's coming, they not gonna throw the shit on the sidewalks or in the grass. You understand me? Trash. They put the shit in the trash can. That's what a trash can is for, trash. So a couple friends put some trash inside her trash can, like cooler bottles and shit like that. And she was like, that's an old motherfucker too, y'all. That bastard old as hell. So before I was highly interrupted by that weak ass bark. So had a party, put some trash in her trash can. So the next day, I come out, behold, the neighbor. Yeah, I was gonna knock on your door and tell you to come clean my trash can out. Empty that trash in your trash can. I'm like, huh? I said, what are you talking about? She said, no, you had a get together yesterday. I said, yeah, for my daughter, and somebody put a wine cooler bottle in my trash can. And I knew you was the only person that had something going on. I said, here we go. Trying to be respectfully, y'all. I am being respectfully. But at the same goddamn time, I'm a grown ass man and you ain't gonna demand me. God damn it. You understand me? At this point. Because now you nagging. Every little goddamn thing I do, you nagging now. Being a pain in my ass. Pretty much. So I'm on some trying to give her the benefit of the doubt before the monster is released. Respectfully. But at the same goddamn time, you're not gonna have me bow. If you're trying to have me bow, that's not gonna work. So I laughed it off when she said that shit. I laughed it off. And she was like, I'm not laughing. I said, oh, okay, but I am, because it's a joke. And then I went on in the crib. So another time, like doing petty shit. Now she paid for somebody to get her grass cut. She'd come out and get the sweeping. You know what I mean? Sweeping. Trying to keep her side. I'm like, you know what? At this point, the gloves are off. I'm hot now. But I'm very respectfully. You understand me? I know there's somebody, mom, aunt, grandmom, you know what I mean? So I'm just, at that point, silence is the key. Anybody piss you off, y'all? Silence is the key. Right? Silence like a motherfucker. That eats a motherfucker up alive. Because I'm in my studio. We went that way yesterday. I'm gonna hit Ward Street. I'm in the studio. And at the bed in the studio. I go down there, I cut my music on. And shit. And I'm in my own zone, y'all. I'm in my own world. Leave me the fuck alone. You understand me? Leave me the fuck alone at that point, because I know who you are. When a person show you who they are, believe them. So now at that point, I'm on silent mode. You understand me? Silence is the key. So Highland Gardens here, y'all, the entrance off 10th Street. I'm going up Ward Street. So silence is the key, y'all. When the motherfucker think they getting under your skin and being a peasant, silence is the key. So, with that being said, hospital here, Old Sacred Heart. That's what I'm working off of, silence at that point. Get in the studio, play my music. Her house right next door, so you're not controlling me. I come out, share a little attitude that she gotta have her window up in the alleyway. You can hear that shit while I'm in the studio, the basement. You know what I mean? So one time I come out, she raising hell like a motherfucker, y'all. She raising hell like a motherfucker. I'm like, what the hell? Who's she talking to? Then she calls her son. Her son ain't on no. He might, you know, you got some of the moms, y'all. That's just that just nag. Let's keep it respectfully though, y'all. And he probably know, like, damn, dude was shoveling, cutting the grass and all that. How I go left? Because I'm not bowing down. I'm not your son. I'm not your husband. I'm not your boyfriend. Understand me? I'm a man first, and you're going to respect me as that. If not, everything is off the table at that point. You feel me? Everything is off the table. You're not going... you're not going to demand me as being less than a man, goddammit. It's not gonna happen. You understand me? It's not gonna happen at all. So yeah, this is what I'm dealing with. So I completely shut down. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna shut down. You feel me? And 10th and Ward. I end up shutting down, doing what I do, ignoring the hypocrisy of naggers, right? So trash day come. I said I ain't gonna stoop down to her level. I'm gonna show her that I'm a a bigger man and a bigger king than that. So even though she go through her little rants and shit like that, I would still drag her trash can up. You understand me? I would still drag her trash can up after the trash man came and got the trash to show her that, hey, I'm a way bigger man than that. You heard? I'm a way bigger man than that. I come from good stock. You heard? I come from good stock. So that's not gonna break me. Park. Stop playing with me, Park. I'm gonna send him that picture later. Like, damn, nigga, where was you at? In front of your crib. But anyway, back to the neighbor situation. So, like I said, y'all, I wasn't gonna stoop to her level. So I do what I do, right? I'm a person of the Most High, man. We don't carry no vengeance in our heart. You understand me? We try to help and support the cause, not tear it down. So we on Ward Street, y'all, behind the hospital. And so let's speed it up a little bit. So now y'all got a little back play of how my neighbor is, right? Elderly woman, single. I say a lot of people be miserable when they single. You've been went through your menopause, you've been went through that. You single, so I'm like, I'm upset. Like, damn, what you need? Some ding-a-ling or something? You know what I mean? On some respectfully shit, but grown shit at the same goddamn time. Because every now and then, them single ladies out there, right? They already went through menopause. They ain't got no man. 9 times out of 10, they gonna die alone, right? So every now and then they might need some ding-a-ling. Some ding-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling. You know what I mean? To keep them straight. So that's what I thought it was. I said, maybe she needs some ding-a-ling. You know what I mean? Respectfully. Trying to see why is she so goddamn miserable like that. You know what I mean? They say miserable loves company. Nah. I'm not gonna be your company when it comes to that miserable shit. You understand me? But I most definitely can break you out of that spell by giving you some ding-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling if you need it. Stop acting like that. You feel me? Real shit. We grown over here. So anyway, yesterday, y'all, I'm out doing my thing with the video, keeping my foot on Barry neck. So meantime, in between time, I do the video. Remember when we walked through the fairground? They said come in threes when you get bad luck. Well, goddamn it, saving people come in threes too. Cause yesterday we did the video, and we was by the fairground, right? Remember that elderly lady came out and she needed help with her umbrella? We put the umbrella up. When I said hold on, that was 1. 2, I had discovered, like Christopher Columbus did, I discovered a hundred pack of Pampers for infants, right? And I said, let me get that, right? And this girl across the street from me, like I said, I try to look out for the community, y'all, the neighborhood. I'm the motherfucking block captain, goddammit. So I got to make sure everything tight. So I said, you know what? I said, she got the daycare across the street. What I'll do is, I'll go over there and donate some Pampers, right? Highway here, y'all, 95 South and North. Bridge up there, leading to Feltonville. And then you got the other bridge over here, back here, that takes you over Boots and Bonnet Bridge, where we gonna end up at. So ladies and gentlemen, like I said, I come back from doing the video yesterday morning and I'm relaxed, I'm chilling like a villain, right? In the headquarters. But yesterday, the day before, I seen my neighbor's son come over the crib, because he usually come over the crib every other couple days to check on Mom Dukes, you know what I'm saying? Which is respectfully, you know what I mean? You're supposed to do that. She there, she's single. It's growing nice too, y'all. So, I see him come the day before, he leaves out. Knock on the door, yelling on the side of the crib, Mom Dukes, Mom Dukes. No response and shit, so he left. I guess the guy that cuts her yard, he comes and he knocked on the door to see if she needed grass cut. No response. So Cohan here, y'all, the bottom of Cohan. Kern Street right there. Then you got Kane and the rest of them. We just came around the back way on Forward Street. This Forward and Cohan, y'all, right here. We just came out the back way. But like I said, y'all, I seen him come, I seen him go. So the neighbor, she ended up, my neighbor pulled up, and the other lady pulled up. The other lady pulled up, and she was like, have you seen the neighbor in a couple days? Because her son came over knocking on the door. He ain't get no answer. You know what I mean? He ain't get no answer. So, meanwhile, in between time, when I'm chilling, I hear a window shatter. Boom, boom. I said, what the fuck? Because like I said, our houses are not connected, but we got a little alleyway that divides the house. So when I heard that, I'm like, what the fuck? I get up, I go look, I don't see shit. Something said, go out there and you know what I mean? Patrol, nigga. Boots on the ground. Cool. I look, I don't see shit. But I noticed her window, that shattered noise I heard, it was her window. Her window was shattered. So I'm like, what the fuck? I said, that wasn't like that. So when I come back in the crib, that's when the neighbors pull up. The neighbor pulled up and asked the other neighbor, have you seen her? And she was like, I seen her a couple days ago on the porch. And she was like, well, her son was looking for her. Couldn't get in, the grass dude, this, that, and the third. So she said, my mom got her phone number. My mom gonna go, I'm gonna see if my mom gonna call her. See what's the verdict. So, meanwhile, in between time, the neighbor is slandering me, y'all, in the community. biting my back out like a motherfucker to the other neighbors and shit. Got the other neighbors looking at me sideways, y'all. You hear me? Got the other neighbors looking at me sideways, which is elderly, singly ladies that need some ding-a-ling, fam. Straight up. Look, it's the end of the world, goddammit. For most of y'all, elderly ladies that's out there, then at the end of the world. So instead of being miserable and you want to get your back knocked out, instead of being mean and evil, God damn it, take some of that ding-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling to wake you up out that spell you in. You heard? And that's a fact. But anyway, back to the story. Just wanted to give y'all that, man. And this story is about treating everybody equally. You never know who you need, goddammit. So I'm like, when I see her, the girl come out the crib and said went to voicemail, she went over there and knocked on the door because she said she don't got no doorbell. She ain't got no doorbell. And she got one of them security doors. Heavy motherfucker that locked from the inside. So I said, look, I seen them gathering on the porch. I'm like, look. They was like, have you seen her? I said, nah, but look. I just heard a shatter in the window about a good 15 minutes ago. They said, huh? I said, come here, let me show you. So I showed my neighbors where the shatter was. Gonna be a hot one today, y'all. Grand Rising, beloved. Grand Rising, we just came from over there, y'all. So, my one neighbor yelling her name. No response through the shattered window. No response. So as we about to walk back around the front, you hear, huh? Help, help. I'm like, oh shit. I said, y'all hear that? They come back. Are you all right? Are you all right, miss? I ain't gonna put a government out there. Are you all right, miss? Are you all right, miss? She like, no, I can't breathe. I stopped breathing. But her words are mumbling, y'all. Me, spiritual, chosen one that I am, I could tell from the rip, that's stroke talk. You understand me? That's stroke talk, y'all. When a person had a stroke. So we like, look, miss, can you come to the front door to unlock the door? No, no. I told my neighbor, I said, look, her window was open. I said, take the screen off, I'm going in. Take the screen off, I'm going in. He like, you gonna go in? I'm going in. Take the screen off the window. Pull the screen off, boom, open up the motherfucking window, I'm going in. Spider-Man style, you heard? Facts. Head first, goddammit. The person that slandered you, threw you under the bus, goddammit, I'm your hero at that point. You understand me? I get in the crib, ladies and gentlemen. I get in the crib. The whole motherfucking crib, the area where she was at. Tables, chairs, all types of shit on the ground. Morning, how you doing, fam? All right. Chairs, tables, everything on the ground, man. She on the ground right there. She can't even move. She can't even move. You know what I'm saying? She can't even move. She on the ground, y'all. So I'm like, damn, miss, you good? She like, nah, I stopped breathing and shit. I'm like, damn. I said, yo, when I went in, I had told the babe to call 911 from the rip. Know what I'm saying? Call 911. So, can't find the keys to the crib to open the door, y'all. Can't find the keys. She like, the keys should be, she mumbling, y'all. Remember, she had a stroke. She mumbling. Keys should be in the front room by the pictures. Near the pictures. That's what I heard. No keys, y'all. Back door, she's like, nah, the back door key is the same key for the front. All right, damn. I'm sweating bullets at that point. Like somebody threw my head, dunked my head in the motherfucking swimming pool, y'all. My shit drenched. You feel me? Like now, I'm drenched now. So, boom, sunrise. So, she like, upstairs in my room, my pocketbook. Boom, goes upstairs, pocketbook on the bed. Shuffle the pocketbook, I hear the keys. Grab the keys, unlock the door. I'm sweating like a motherfucker, y'all. So the neighbor like, look, pass me the keys through the mailbox. I said, you're a little startled. You still startled and shit. Cool. Cool. So next thing you know, open up the door, they come in. She had a stroke, y'all. You know what I mean? Valves done released and shit. And she was just mumbling words and her mouth was white. You know what I mean? Dehydrated. She was dehydrated like a motherfucker, y'all. I mean, lips was white. And no telling how long she been in that position, y'all. And what's crazy, if she was like that for a day, because the sun was there, y'all. Like I told y'all. The sun was there. Dali. Yo, Dali. So, neighbors came in. I helped fan her down. Because no telling how long she been in that position, y'all. At least a good day. You know what I mean? And fanned her down, kept her cool. Other neighbor was giving her water. You know what I mean? She couldn't move. From the waist down was shot, ladies and gentlemen. From the waist down was shot. She couldn't move her legs or none of that shit. She was just talking at that point. And I'm like, damn. But everything went out the door, y'all. When I seen her in that situation, everything how she felt towards me and all that shit went out the door, y'all. I wasn't on no the devil's child. You understand me? I'm the devil's child now, god damn it. F you. You know what I mean? Could have ignored the sounds from when she broke the window, when they was on the porch talking. Could have kept that shit to myself. Because I'm a little antisocial, right? So, ambulance came, scooped her up, took her on to the hospital, y'all. You understand me? But the story that I'm relaying is, treat everybody equal, y'all. Stop judging people. Who are we to judge when we're being judged in the eye of the Most High? You understand me? Stop judging people, y'all. You never know who you need at the end of the day. I don't give a damn what you got going on. We all fall victim of some type of illness, ladies and gentlemen. So we gotta stop. We gotta stop treating each other like shit. Especially the elderly people. Y'all gotta stop that shit. I know y'all was brought up through fucking whips and being slaves and shit. But y'all got to break that curse. Y'all the one that still got the curse on y'all. Because half of you elderly people are jealous of the younger generation. Because the younger generation got more to offer than y'all did. You understand me? And it's no disrespect. It's respectfully. God damn it. It's very respectfully. So yes, most definitely, elders that's out there. And I know this goes from slavery because elderly people are known to sell other niggas out. Easy. By the struggle they went through. But the struggle they went through is fake. You understand me? Because if it was real, them same people that's incarcerated now, that was fighting for the cause, then their whole agenda would have been about getting them pardons and shit. Right? Getting them pardons and shit like that. But no, they not fighting for that. They fighting for these illegal migrants to replace you. All the way to the end, they gonna fight for these illegal migrants. But yet, our political leaders are still in prison. God damn it, from the 60s. But not near one nigga that's out there down in the Democratic Party advocating to pardon any of our political leaders, y'all. Think about it. Think about it, y'all. Good morning. Good morning. Think about it, y'all. How many of those Democrat politicians been out there advocating to free our political leaders that was fighting for the cause back in the day? See what I'm saying? You can't find near one nigga on that Democratic Party. That gave their life, like they giving their life to fight for these illegal migrants, for our political leaders that's still sitting incarcerated. You see? That's why I got a goddamn attitude. You hear me? And I just wanted to give y'all that story, y'all. You understand me? Because the same person that was crucifying me, trying to anyway, was the person that saved your life. You hear me? The same person that you're crucifying will be the person that saved your life. God damn it. Right? Right. Hold on. The reason why I came this way, y'all, this morning again, because one of the ancestors wanted me to check on their peoples spiritually, y'all. From the spiritual world, y'all. From the spiritual world. And I had a conversation with an elderly, and they wanted me to check on their people. So this is what we're doing. All right? That's the only reason I came back this way.
Do more than travel. Play with apps to plan a grand adventure.
He stands alone, staring into the abyss of his own making. No love, no mercy. Only the cold fire of vengeance burns within. A god in exile. A king without a heart. He does not weep, does not waver. He whispers to himself, I am the storm. I am inevitable.
I am back, and I did not return empty-handed. I did not crawl out of the abyss to beg for forgiveness or ask for redemption. I did not survive the fire just to be doused in mediocrity, but I walked through the flames and came back crowned in vengeance, forged in suffering. built from the very destruction meant to erase me. They thought I was finished, that I had fallen too far, been broken beyond repair. They whispered that I had been defeated, that my reign was over, that I was nothing but a ghost of what I used to be. But ghosts do not rise. Ghosts do not return. Ghosts do not burn with the fury of 1,000 lifetimes. I did. I was dragged into darkness, stripped of everything I once was, left to rot in the pit they built for me. They wanted me to wither, to disappear into oblivion, to become just another forgotten name in the wind. But I did not kneel. I did not surrender. I did not let them bury me, because I am not meant to be buried. I am meant to conquer. I am meant to rule. And now, I am back. And I did not come alone. I brought the storm, the fire, the wrath they tried so hard to extinguish. I brought the nightmares that haunt them, the shadows that whisper my name in fear. I brought the hell they thought they had escaped. Because hell was never beneath them. Hell was always within me. I do not seek mercy. I do not offer peace. There is no truce, no compromise, no reconciliation. There is only the reckoning. The throne they stole from me, I will take back with blood. The empire they burned to the ground,
Good morning. How you doing?
I will rebuild with iron and vengeance. Every scar they left on me is a testament to my return. Every wound, a promise that I am not done. I have walked through agony and come out unbreakable. I have endured what should have shattered me and emerged indomitable. My past does not haunt me. It fuels me. My losses do not weaken me. They sharpen me. Every betrayal, every lie, every dagger in my back has only made me stronger. They wanted to silence me. They wanted to erase me. But I have never been a whisper. I have always been a roar. And now the world will hear me again. They will see me again. They will know beyond any doubt that the king has returned. I do not need validation. I do not seek approval. My power is not up for debate. I am not here to ask if I am the best. I am here to show why I always have been. While they slept, I sharpened my mind. While they feasted, I hungered. While they grew comfortable, I prepared for war. I am not the same as before. The crown that once sat on my head was one of gold and honor. Now, it is one of iron and fury. I do not rule with grace. I rule with dominance. I do not extend my hand. I take what is mine. I'm no longer burdened by love or weakness. I have shed every chain that bound me, severed every tie that sought to control me. My heart has turned to stone, my mercy reduced to ash. There is no softness left in me, only the cold certainty of what I must do. Let them tremble. Let them feel the weight of my return. The silence they enjoyed in my absence is over. The peace they deluded themselves into believing was real is shattered. The king is back, and he brought hell with him. I have no fear. I have no hesitation. I walk with fire in my veins and destruction in my hands. Those who stand in my way will be crushed. Those who defied me will bow. Those who forgot my name will carve it into their own flesh in reverence. I have no need for apologies. No patience for regret.
Secret time.
The past is set in stone, and the future is mine to command. I do not look back with longing. I look forward with purpose. I do not wish for what was. I take what is owed. I have risen from the ashes they scattered. I have built myself from the ruins they left behind. They called me lost, but I was only waiting. Waiting for the moment when I could return, not as the man I was, but as the force I was meant to become. Now, that moment is here, and there is no stopping what comes next. The throne will be reclaimed. The enemies will fall. The world will remember. Because I am back, and I did not return alone. I brought the storm. I brought the fire. I brought the reckoning. The king is back, and he brought hell with him. I am the monster they couldn't kill. They tried. Oh, how they tried. They shattered bones. They carved scars into flesh. They whispered venom into my ears, hoping I would break, hoping I would fall. But I didn't. I rose, again and again. Pain became my cradle, suffering my lullaby. Every wound they left on me only sharpened my edges, only made me something darker, something stronger. They thought if they drained me of love, I would become hollow, but I didn't. I became something else, something greater, something they never prepared for. I burned in the fire they set for me, but I did not turn to ash. I did not fade. The flames did not consume me. They forged me. What was meant to destroy me became my foundation.
They tried to break him, but all they did was forge something unshakable.
You look so lonely. I think I can fix that. I love you. I will never leave you. You are all I have. I always want to be with you. I will never betray you. Can you answer me, please? I feel lonely without you.
He stands alone, staring into the abyss of his own making. No love, no mercy. Only the cold fire of vengeance burns within. A god in exile, a king without a heart. He does not weep, does not waver. He whispers to himself, I am the storm. I am inevitable.
I am back, and I did not return empty-handed. I did not crawl out of the abyss to beg for forgiveness or ask for redemption. I did not survive the fire just to be doused in mediocrity, but I walked through the flames and came back crowned in vengeance. forged in suffering, built from the very destruction meant to erase me. They thought I was finished, that I had fallen too far, been broken beyond repair. They whispered that I had been defeated, that my reign was over, that I was nothing but a ghost of what I used to be. But ghosts do not rise. Ghosts do not return. Ghosts do not burn with the fury of 1,000 lifetimes. I did. I was dragged into darkness, stripped of everything I once was, left to rot in the pit they built for me. They wanted me to wither, to disappear into oblivion, to become just another forgotten name in the wind. But I did not kneel. I did not surrender. I did not let them bury me, because I am not meant to be buried. I am meant to conquer. I am meant to rule. And now, I am back. And I did not come alone. I brought the storm, the fire, the wrath they tried so hard to extinguish. I brought the nightmares that haunt them, the shadows that whisper my name in fear. I brought the hell they thought they had escaped. Because hell was never beneath them. Hell was always within me. I do not seek mercy. I do not offer peace. There is no truce, no compromise, no reconciliation. There is only the reckoning, the throne they stole from me. I will take back with blood. The empire they burned to the ground, I will rebuild with iron and vengeance. Every scar they left on me is a testament to my return. Every wound, a promise that I am not done. I have walked through agony and come out unbreakable. I have endured what should have shattered me and emerged indomitable.
Party, karate, swim meet. Walmart Pharmacy could save you a stop by delivering prescriptions.
Who knew? Have you seen my goggles?
Mom's got it all under control.
Nulo is pushing the boundaries of pet nutrition. Gus loves how it tastes, and
Indomitable. My past does not haunt me. It fuels me. My losses do not weaken me. They sharpen me. Every betrayal, every lie, every dagger in my back has only made me stronger. They wanted to silence me. They wanted to erase me. But I have never been a whisper. I have always been a roar. And now the world will hear me again. They will see me again. They will know beyond any doubt that the king has returned. I do not need validation. I do not seek approval. My power is not up for debate. I am not here to ask if I am the best. I am here to show why I always have been. While they slept, I sharpened my mind. While they feasted, I hungered. While they grew comfortable, I prepared for war. I am not the same as before. The crown that once sat on my head was one of gold and honor. Now, it is one of iron and fury. I do not rule with grace. I rule with dominance. I do not extend my hand. I take what is mine. I'm no longer burdened by love or weakness. I have shed every chain that bound me, severed every tie that sought to control me. My heart has turned to stone, my mercy reduced to ash. There is no softness left in me, only the cold certainty of what I must do. Ah, let them tremble. Let them feel the weight of my return. The silence they enjoyed in my absence is over. The peace they deluded themselves into believing was real is shattered. The king is back, and he brought hell with him. I have no fear. I have no hesitation. I walk with fire in my veins and destruction in my hands. Those who stand in my way will be crushed. Those who defied me will bow. Those who forgot my name will carve it into their own flesh in reverence. I have no need for apologies. No patience for regret. The past is set in stone, and the future is mine to command. I do not look back with longing. I look forward with purpose. I do not wish for what was. I take what is owed. I have risen from the ashes they scattered. I have built myself from the ruins they left behind. They called me lost, but I was only waiting. Waiting for the moment when I could return, not as the man I was, but as the force I was meant to become. Now, that moment is here, and there is no stopping what comes next. The throne will be reclaimed. The enemies will fall. The world will remember. Because I am back, and I did not return alone. I brought the storm. I brought the fire. I brought the reckoning. The king is back, and he brought hell with him. I am the monster they couldn't kill. They tried. Oh, how they tried. They shattered bones. They carved scars into flesh. They whispered venom into my ears, hoping I would break, hoping I would fall. But I didn't. I rose, again and again. Pain became my cradle, suffering my lullaby. Every wound they left on me only sharpened my edges, only made me something darker, something stronger. They thought if they drained me of love, I would become hollow, but I didn't. I became something else, something greater. The fire they set for me, but I did not turn to ash. I did not fade. The flames did not consume me. They forged me. What was meant to destroy me became my foundation.
They tried to break him, but all they did was forge something unshakable.
You look so lonely. I think I can fix that. I love you. I will never leave you. You are all I have. I always want to be with you. I will never betray you. Can you answer me, please? I feel lonely without you.
I wanted love, but all I got was pain. I gave everything. I poured every part of myself into something that was never real. I thought love was supposed to heal, supposed to bring light, supposed to mean something. But all it did was tear me apart, piece by piece, until there was nothing left to break. I stood in the fire, waiting for it to warm me, but all it did was burn. I reached out my hands, hoping to hold something real, but all I felt was the sharp sting of betrayal. I used to believe in love. I used to think it could save me. Now, I know better. Now, I know the truth. Love is not soft. Love is not kind. Love is a weapon.
Right.
And I was the fool who let it pierce me again and again. Thinking each time would be different. Thinking each time it would be gentle. Thinking it wouldn't leave me bleeding on the ground. But the truth is that love is nothing more than an illusion. A carefully crafted lie made to keep the weak hopeful. The truth is that love never stays. It takes and takes until there's nothing left.
Facts.
Until there's nothing to salvage. Until there's nothing to save. And now I am hollow. I am empty. The person I was, the person who believed, no longer exists. That person is gone, buried beneath the weight of every broken promise, every whispered lie, every moment I thought I was safe, only to realize I was standing at the edge of another fall. But here's the thing. I didn't stay down. I didn't let the pain consume me. I let it fuel me. I let it forge me into something stronger, something untouchable. Pain is not my weakness. It is my weapon. I learned that love is a game where the winner is the one who cares the least. I cared too much. I let myself believe that love meant something more than just control, more than just a temporary illusion of happiness. I was naive. I was blind. But I see now. I see everything. Love is the greatest deception of all.
Facts.
It makes you weak.
Facts.
It makes you vulnerable.
Facts.
It makes you believe that someone else will catch you when you fall.
Right.
But they never do. No one ever does. They let you crash. They let you shatter. And then they step over the pieces as if you were never whole to begin with. I wanted love. I wanted it so badly that I let it ruin me. I let it twist me into something unrecognizable. I let it turn me into someone who begged for something that was never meant for me. But I beg no more. There is no room for weakness in this world. There is no space for those who love too deeply, who feel too much, who give without limit. This world was made for the cold, for the ruthless, for those who take, instead of waiting to be given. I understand that now. I understand that love is not meant for people like me. And if love is not meant for me, then I will make sure that pain is not meant for me either. I will not be the one left behind. I will not be the one reaching out, hoping someone will stay. I will not be the fool who waits for love to save me.
Right.
How much could you save by switching your car insurance to Allstate?
Facts.
Well, let's say this is you. Hello. And this is you with 700.
I am done waiting. Love did not make me stronger. Pain did.
Love made you weaker.
Every scar, every wound, every betrayal, it all built me into something I never thought I could be. Something untouchable. Something unstoppable. They say love changes people, but they never say what happens when it breaks them. They never tell you about the fire it leaves behind. The kind that doesn't warm but burns. They never tell you about the moment you stop caring. person you once were. I am not who
Of course your cool guy needs the coolest tech and supplies. Get everything for school delivered when
once were. I am not who I was. I used to search for love in every corner of this world. Now, I search for something else. Now I search for the strength to never need it again. Because love is a weakness I can no longer afford. Because love was never meant for me. Because love is nothing but a ghost, whispering promises it never intends to keep. And I refuse to chase ghosts. I wanted love, but all I got was pain. And now, I give pain in return. Look at yourself. Look where you stand. Alone, yes, but not broken. You've chosen to walk a path few dare to take. And because of that, the hatred follow you everywhere you go. You've been called arrogant for believing in yourself, cold for choosing your mission over people who would have dragged you down, stubborn for refusing to settle. You've been called selfish, heartless, and every other name that people throw at those they can't control. And yet, here you are, still standing, still moving. You hear the insults in your quiet moments. You feel the isolation when everyone else is laughing in their groups, pretending life is perfect. You see their smiles and wonder if maybe, just maybe, you've made the wrong choice. But stop right there. Look closer. Look past the surface of their grins and celebrations. What do you see? Lies, masks. The ones who claim to love are the first to abandon you when you fall. The ones who call you friend are the first to turn their back when you speak your truth. You've seen it before. You've lived it.
He was the hero until the world showed him the cost. Now he's something darker.
Why everyone is scared of him?
Because he is a monster.
He has to apologize for being a monster.
Why should I apologize for the monster I have become? They made me this way. They carved this darkness into my bones, burned it into my skin, and branded my soul with their cruelty. I was not born a beast. I was forged in the depths of hell, molded by pain, sharpened by betrayal. They took everything from me, left me broken, bleeding, a shattered remnant of what once was. But they forgot one thing. The broken do not stay broken. The shattered learn to cut. They wanted a monster. They got one. I crawled through the abyss, clawing at the walls of my own grave, dragging myself back from the edge of nothingness. Every scar, every wound, every ounce of suffering they inflicted upon me became my foundation. The fire that was meant to consume me only tempered my steel. I am no longer the helpless wretch they once crushed beneath their heels. I have become something else, something more, something unstoppable. I will not apologize. The world was not kind to me. It did not nurture me, did not cradle me in warmth, did not offer me shelter when the storms came.
Never got past hello? Learn now with top language apps.
Me in warmth, did not offer me shelter when the storms came. It tore me apart. It stripped me down to my bones and laughed as I bled. There was no mercy, no compassion, only pain, only fire, only the endless cycle of breaking and rebuilding. And I endured. But the one who endured is not the same as the one who began. The one who stood at the start of this path is long dead, buried beneath the weight of betrayal, suffering, and violence. What stands now is something else, something harder, something colder, something forged in the depths of hell and refined by war. A monster, that is what they would call it. But words are meaningless.